Help, I don't know what to do. I need to sell my house in order to buy another house. Well, don't worry, stay tuned, and we will tell you the top 3 things you need to keep in mind when doing so. Hi, this is Joy Larson with the Joy team in the Keller Williams Greater Cleveland market. Thanks for joining us today. Today, we're talking about a topic that we've been hearing a lot right now, and that is you need to sell your house and take the proceeds in order to buy another house. If you're in that position, it is okay. It can be tricky at times, but that's why you hire a good realtor to help you with all of that. So let's talk about the 3 things you need to keep in mind when doing so. The first thing you need to make sure is your finances. Some of you have not even checked and you thought you need to sell your house, but maybe you don't need to. So I recommend talking to a lender to go over, do you really need to sell your house, or can you do a bridge loan, or can you just outright buy another home and not need to sell your home first? That is something I did back 20-something years ago, where we actually bought our house first, moved everything out, then got our house on the market. So those are different options for you. Make sure your finances, but most of you here are probably going to need to sell your house first, take the funds to go to your second house that you're going to move to. So you've figured that out. Now, number 2, I don't want you to put the cart before the horse. You might be saying, what in the world are you talking about, Joy? Well, I have so many people who call me up and say, Joy, I need to start looking for a house and I want to look tonight. There is a house that just came on the market and it is beautiful and I want it. And you don't have a pre-approval and you need to sell your house in order to buy a house. Well, in a seller's market, which we are currently in, as you're watching this, if it is 2023. So in a seller's market, we have multiple offers. Sellers are not going to want to see a contingency of selling a house that's not even on the market yet, right? So you need to first get your house in order. Is your house staged right? If not, check out my staging video. Have you packed up your boxes? Have you gotten everything ready? Has your realtor looked at what your house could sell for so that you know how much house you can buy? And if you talk to your lender, if you need names of lenders, make sure to text us and our team. But they would be able to tell you how much you can afford with the equity that's going into your next house and the interest rates and all of that. So make sure to have your realtor check out your home so that you know how much it's worth, so you know how much you can buy, because that's the exciting part, is moving up and getting that next home. Or some of you are downsizing and getting rid of that big home and paying cash for your second home. So make sure to keep that in mind. Make sure to stage your house. Get your house ready first before you start looking. Let me just say, you can start to window shop, but I don't recommend you go out shopping yet and going into the homes, because many of the homes go in days, and by the time you'll just get burnt out and frustrated. You need to focus on your house right now first so that you can get it on the market. Number 3, you need to get your house on the market. Highly, highly recommend that. In a seller's market, which we are in the Cleveland area, Cleveland, Akron, Canton area is in a seller's market. It is hard to have a contingency on the sale of a house. Can it be done? Absolutely, but it's very difficult. And a lot of people do not want to see contingent on the house sale of, especially if it's not even on the market. You need to get that house on the market first. And I know it's scary, and that's where we help you out through the process. So Number 3, get your house on the market. Get it listed. I know some of you are like, Joy, that scares me. I don't want to be homeless. Well, there are things you can do, such as we just did one where it went under contract immediately. We had multiple offers because we're in a seller's market. And the seller gave them 30 days loan, and then they're giving them 2 months almost rent-free. And we've seen that before. Does it happen all the time? Not necessarily, but that's just different things where you just got to get that house listed and on the market. Another option for you is you could get a new build. And with new builds, if you're building, a lot of times they have different specials where they're not worried about that, and the lender has different things where you could start the build of your home and not have your house sold yet. So if you have questions on that, feel free to text us and our team. Make sure to check out our other videos on new builds especially. And if you are thinking of selling and you want to buy another house, let us meet you so we can go through the details, and text us and our team if you have any questions. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.